football. Turns out he got supremely fit and liked the boxing a little bit better. Good choice, I think. So the men's light middleweight final is soon to be upon us.
This is bout number 64, which is a light middleweight final scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes. And introducing your boxers, firstly, boxing out of the red corner, wearing all red and representing Denmark, give it up for Nikolai Terteryan. And across the ring, his opponent boxing out of the blue corner, wearing all blue and representing England, give it up for Lewis Richardson. Your referee at the bell, representing Scotland, give it up for Mr. George Brown.
So Lewis Richardson, the only of the light middleweights in the home nations in this event, and he's got all the way through to the final with a couple of wins over Martin Skogheim of Norway, unanimous decision on Thursday, and then another unanimous against Kelvin Sequesa of the Czech Republic yesterday. But this is going to be a real test for the Colchester southpaw with the lead right hand.
2 southpaws here. Got one a little bit shorter. I think Lewis certainly needs to use his attributes, his longer reach and his stance and his height over the smaller guy.
Yeah, so the 2 southpaws takes away their point of difference that they've had throughout their careers, because their feet won't tangle, they're not awkward, because ultimately they're boxing against versions of themselves.
Now it's always different when you see 2 southpaws fight. You know, when you get 2 orthodox fighters, it's just normal, but you don't often get 2 southpaws against each other.
And here they are in the final at the GB Box Cup, and going hell for leather early doors. Richardson of England in blue, Terteryan of Denmark in the red. So all being well, this could be a bout that we see in Paris this summer, but Lewis Richardson is by no means guaranteed to be there.
Great left hand there over the top for Lewis. Just over the top of his jab. Good jab.
Yeah, another good jab, and throwing the 1s and 2s as well.
Oh, and again.
Terteryan coming back with force, and Richardson just sending a punch straight through the middle as he advanced.
Richard needs to keep on his jab. Keep him in the centre of that ring and use it.
Oh, lovely. Such just speed on the jab. It's pleasing to see, isn't it? That lightning ramrod straight jab. But this is good work from the Dane as well.
Dane looks very powerful when he lets his shots go. So Lewis needs to keep him at distance. Keep him on the end of his shots.
Yeah, so the shorter man from Denmark, it does look like he lives comfortably at the weight. Real power in his shots. Richardson starting to put together the combinations. Caught one coming in.
Lovely work there by Richardson.
Certainly was.
One shot in exchange, but landed a couple of good ones himself.
Take 1 to get 3.
Normally when you watch two southpaws fight, there's not as much action because they're both counter punchers. But there's no problem with these two.
No, straight into it, straight into it. Fire and thunder. Looked a little low from Lewis Richardson in the clinch there.
I think what's working well for Lewis is his jab. He really needs to keep on that.
It's a pinpoint jab, isn't it? It's laser accurate, lightning quick.
It's done him good in this first round.
Yeah, good round. Good opening round to this men's light middleweight final at the 71 kilo limit. All week we've had Patrick Brown on co-commentary. We've had Kieran MacDonald, guys that work in the gym alongside Lewis Richardson, and they constantly praise his in-ring IQ. What do you think they'd be getting at when they say that?
Well, when I seen his opponent has won the European Championships, that's a pretty big deal. That's a very hard tournament.
European Games, not the European Boxing Championships, the European Multisport Games.
Right.
But still,
you know, I reckon there'd be certainly a few hard countries in there.
Definitely so.
Now, if he's done that, he's got to be at a decent level, and he's gone in there in that first round, and for me, He's showed what he's about. I think he nicked that first round. I'm not showing the judges' scorecard yet.
Seconds out.
I think he won that round for me. He landed more clean shots.
And so into the second round we go. The two southpaws. England's Lewis Richardson against Nikolai Terteryan in the red. Oh, and he's caught one there, Richardson, as he was backing towards the ring post.
I think maybe he thought he didn't have the strongest first round there, so he's come out strong in the second.
Yeah, just lost his footing on one of the padded ring guards down by his feet, so that was the slight pause in action, but we're straight back to it. Oh, that's nice work as he throws out 4 punches, but Terteryan just doesn't take a backward step, straight onto it.
Sometimes when they're charging in like that, they get tangled up pretty easy.
Who's getting the best of those exchanges? Because to me, it's hard to see with my eye.
I'm the same, it's hard to see, really.
And that's why we have 5 judges at ringside. Good high-held guard from Lewis Richardson, not allowing the red boxer's punches to get through. In he comes charging again, and maybe that's the ring IQ that the GB boxers have told us about all week. Richardson saw it coming, backed off.
Richardson's very aware about what's coming back. He's letting his shots go, but he's got a good defence on defending what's coming back.
Keeps himself tightly guarded, doesn't he?
He certainly does. That jab again.
Yeah, that's a good shot as well with the lead hook.
And his defence in rolling away and getting away from that attack.
He's smiling in there as well, Lewis Richardson. I think he's enjoying this.
I think
it's a good jab, straight down the middle.
His confidence is growing now, round by, and you can see from that first round, and now he's caught the guy with a couple of clean shots. That's only going to grow his confidence.
Feeling out process in the early minute or so. Ever since then, since he's found the range with that jab, Lewis Richardson is growing.
He's keeping him on the jab, catching him lovely there, and again trying to bring him onto that lead right hook.
Stylistically, great to watch both of these boxers for different reasons. Richardson off the jab, and I like the way the Dane rushes in as well.
The Dane rushes in, but he leaves himself wide open to get hit.
42 seconds left in the middle round here. Richardson is the tidier of the fighters. Terteryan, in patches, is the more aggressive.
He's doing really well on the back foot, Richardson. He's hitting first and then drawing the guy in. I don't think the Dane knows what to do with him, if I'm honest.
Last few seconds of the second round of 3 in the men's light middleweight final here at the GB Open. Lewis Richardson just trying to see out the round, a round where he's had a fair bit of success with his jab, and he nods to his corner. That's a confident man walking back to his blue corner.
He certainly feels like he's won that round. You know, you always can tell when someone smiles and nods thinking they've got it, but what the judge is saying.
Well, what are the judges saying? Let's have a little look. So the first round, they gave a 4-1 split in favour of Terteryan in the red, and in the second round, they've gone down the same lines. And just looking at the total scores, down by two. But Lewis Richardson has convinced the Welsh judge twice. So down by 2 on 4 of the cards, but ahead on the Welsh judge's scorecard. It means he might have been confident walking away, but it's all on Lewis to go out and win this final round.
You know, I did mention just there, you can feel good and feel like you're winning the round, and then the judges might be looking at something else.
Seconds out.
Will he have had that relayed to him that he's behind?
Are they allowed to know the score in the corners?
We know. Sure, you can get messages out.
Then yeah, I'm sure his corner would have said that. Listen, you're down. You need to do more.
The big body shot just drew a groan from those behind us. I think 1 or 2 people felt it was low from Terteryan in the red, but Richardson has the work to do in this final round. Let's see how he goes about it.
I think he knows he's down on the judge's scorecard. He's got a tight guard, and he's coming forward for him many shots.
Yeah, you can tell by the upping of the work rate. But Terteryan is trying to catch him out, keep him at bay with those barreling body shots.
I don't know who will this suit more, the Dane or the English guy.
Well, it seems like Terteryan's game plan in this final round is to work the body as Lewis stands close and tries to trade some leather. There you go again, one to the body, one to the head.
Nicely defended though by Lewis, them 2 shots. Oh, again, that crisp jab from Lewis, snapping the head back of the Dane.
Oh, that's great work. That is great work. His best of the fight.
Great work.
4 punches landed. He felt Terteryan punched him after the referee said break.
I hadn't really seen the Dane land many clean shots, if I'm honest. That was a good, apart from that.
Commentator's curse from Luke Campbell.
Sorry, Lewis.
Good fight this. Minute 40 left. Richardson has to find the winning combination here in this decisive final round.
He's really putting it on the Dane now. He's pushing forward and he's throwing plenty of shots. This is the first time in the fight where he's had him on the back foot.
So Richardson, a Commonwealth bronze medalist, a silver from the European Championships a couple of years ago. How he'd love a gold in the gym that he calls home, here at the base of GB Boxing.
I think he's really outboxing this Dane in this round. He's boxing lovely, he's catching him with a lot of crisp shots, eye-catching shots that are knocking his head back.
Been in good form as well, Richardson. He won a tournament in Portugal, he won in Spain last November and in Finland in the same month. Those are his 3 last tournaments and he's in the final here again. 53 seconds to go for him to really stamp his authority and ask the question of the judges.
For me, he's having a great round for me. I don't think he can do much more than what he's doing. He's pressing really well, he's got a great defence and he's letting his shots go. What was that, 4 or 5 shot?
Yeah, combo. Again, 1 and 2s landing.
Again, he's not stopping.
Well, Terteryan will know he's been in a fight today, whatever the outcome. Richardson continues to pour forward. Now, they're head to head and just exchanging little micro uppercuts. Now they stand up tall. Oh, big shots,
again.
Both men landing. Got to put it all on the line right to the final bell. Terteryan with the big shots, the body shot got through, and that is the end of a very, very engrossing conflict.
Great fight there by both men.
So Terteryan with the knowledge that he's already qualified for Paris. I raised the question earlier in the week that might that mean you would ever so slightly take your foot off the gas, not wanting to risk any kind of injuries ahead of it, but not a sign of it from the man in the ring now.
Nah, like this, you know, when you've qualified for the Olympics, you need to keep on it. You need to keep active, because the worst thing for a boxer is inactivity. So you need to stay active. It's what keeps you sharp. It's what keeps you focused.
So, ladies
exactly
and
what
gentlemen,
he needed.
number 64, please show your appreciation for both boxers. So, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards where your officials at ringside score a split decision in favour of your World Box Club GB Open light middleweight champion. Boxing out of the red corner is Nikolai Terteryan. A round of applause.
Fortunately, it wasn't the decision what Lewis wanted.
A split decision defeat for Lewis Richardson in the final. More gold for the European Games champion Nikolai Terteryan. Perhaps one to look out for in Paris 2024. He's already on his way there. As for Lewis, well, he's one of 3 guys that GB could consider for the Olympic trial at the end of next month. Haris Akbar, also a European champion. Garen Croft, the Welshman. And just to keep reiterating to you, only one of them can go to the Olympic trial, and only one of them can go to the Games in the summer.
I think if you take out the scoring from that fight and the result, I think he's just got to take from that self-performance. He performed really well, caught the guy with a lot of shots and performed.
Yeah, he looked really good in there. Ultimately, it's how the judges see it, as you called it. He turned up the heat in the final round. He was the slicker boxer in the second round as well, but the more aggressive work perhaps was coming from Terteryan, and we don't know what each individual judge is looking for. Everybody scores fights in different ways. And the win this time went to the man in the red corner. The Dane who actually rubbed
Ladies
shoulders
and
with
gentlemen,
royalty. He went to Prince
please
Christian's
welcome into
18th
the
birthday
ring
in October.
the
That's